Welcome back to the Wanderers ground for the finals here in the Last Man Standing Masters tournament. The grand final, there's a buzz of excitement around the ground as the home tie, the Barbados Masters, they will be up against the South African Masters. Joining you with the news that the South African captain won the toss and decided he will take first knock. So the Barbados Masters are already on the field. The batsmen are at the wicket and the umpires are in the middle. Umpire Sheena Walker and Dave Thompson, the persons entrusted with officiating this final game. All important game, all to play for. Barbados being led by Owen Birch. Their side will include Ryan Lane, Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse, Orion Bostic, Jamil Blair, Lonsdale Blake, and it will be Gaddafi Cummins to start proceedings. The very quick leg spinner through the air starts with a short delivery, and the South African batters immediately off and running with that single. They are one without loss as Gaddafi Cummins. He's been relatively economical all tournament. He's done well with the new ball. Opening the new ball here for the Barbados Masters side. They've been well led by wicketkeeper and captain Owen Birch, who's standing up to the stumps now as Cummins was a delivery. She's wrapping the batsman on the pad. Clearly going down the leg side. Umpire Sheena Walker nodding in the negative to that appeal. Wicketkeeper Birch clearly heading down the leg side, and the ball definitely was heading in that direction as well. One without loss. We're in over number 2. Wrapped on the pass this time, and this time he struck in front. Darren Moore, it looks like, was LBW here in over number 1. Quick through the air, and an early strike by the Barbados Masters team. Darren Moore goes LBW to Gaddafi Cummins. First strike to Barbados. The Barbados Masters team with Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse, former Barbados senior team all around. He would also represented the West Indies on the 19. They've got Ryan Lane, who's also been added to the squad. He's also a former first class representative, the leg spinning all-rounder, who has been around for quite some time. They've got Orion Bostic, who's been a consistent performer as well in all levels of cricket here on the island, and captain the evergreen wicketkeeper Birch. He's never short of runs in any competition. As we say good afternoon to Simon, who's just joined us here.
How you doing, Kurt? Great to be here. Big final. Gaddafi Cummins started well here, as we've got the probably the most solid batsman in the team for Safgud, Werner Schneemann, sorry.
Had a brilliant innings earlier today in the semi-final. He'll be looking for much of the same as Gaddafi Cummins bowled a delivery. He's dropped, and there was the batsman Simon getting a full delivery and hitting it straight back to the bowler Gaddafi Cummins, who's annoyed with himself. But that catch should have been taken, Simon. I think that catch was too easy to drop.
Yeah, I think Werner Schneemann can't believe it. He was already started walking off there. Gaddafi Cummins just chested it down. Cummins still up, annoyed with himself there. Would have been a big double strike.
There's a buzz around the ground. The South Africans are next to us, to the right of us here in the commentary box, Simon. They're really quiet at this stage, but the spectators below us keen and eagerly watching what is transpiring here as the Barbados captain will turn to Orion Bostic to open the bowling. He'll be operating with a man on the cover point boundary, a man at a wideish extra cover, a man at a wideish long off. Comes around, a man at a wide long on as well, a man forward square the boundary and a backward square leg, and Ryan Shines lane to form Barbados leg spinning all around her. Bostic. Wiley campaign starts with a short delivery which is swung into the onside. They've gone for one. They will come back for the second run quite easily as Ryan Nurse ambles around. Then whips his underarm return up to the bowler, Bostic, who collects. And with that double, the score goes up to 3-3 for 1. Remember, this is the all-important final here of the LMS Masters tournament in bright and beautiful Barbados. Sunny conditions here as Bostic. Orion was a delivery which is bringing the batsman forward. Big Joe Lombard. Lots resting on his shoulders here. He's been very consistent for his side throughout the tournament. And his innings is going to be one of those key ones in this encounter as Bostic bowling in his cap. Bowls a delivery which is bringing the batsman forward, and Gaddafi Cummins in rather quickly off the point boundary. Sends his return up to the captain and keeper Owen Birch, and the score goes up by one more with that single to 4 for 1. Remember the wicket gone, that of Darren Moore. He was LBW to Gaddafi Cummins in the first over of this game. 4 for 1. Bostic was a short delivery which is whipped pleasantly into the offside, up to the man on the forward square boundary, Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse, who sends a bounce return up to the bowler's end, where Bostic does the tidying up, and the score up by another single to 5 for 1. Grand final here. Bostic to close out over number 2, beats the batsman with a short delivery outside the off stump at the end of over number 2. The South African Masters team, they won the toss and decided to bat. They're 5 for 1. Both teams with rather easy victories coming out of the semi-finals. Barbados over England, and the South Africans won quite easily over the Australian green team. So lots to play for here. 5 for 1. We're in over number 3. Delivery driven sweetly off to the man coming off the cover boundary. Looks like Blair. Sends his return up to Gaddafi Cummins, who tidies up. One more single. Takes the score up to 6. 6 for 1. Gaddafi Cummins coming down to have a word with his captain. The batsman doing some running repairs to the pitch. Birch, the keeper from behind the stumps, is also assisting with that. And we're ready to restart. 6 for 1. We're in over number 3. As Gaddafi Cummins passes umpire Walker and bowls a delivery wide side the yard stump, driven down to the third man boundary. Bostic has already given up the chase, so a boundary to the South Africans. The noise you can hear here coming through the microphone is from the South African fans and players to my right, as they get the first boundary, and the score goes up to 10 for 1. We're in over number 3. Remember, they won the toss and decided to bat here. Up against the Barbados Masters, who've played unbeaten throughout the tournament, as Cummins is on his way. Bowls the Davis is bringing the batsman Big Joe Lombard forward. Lombard gets an easy single as Bostic comes in off the point boundary. The return is already on its way up to the keeper, Birch. 11 for 1. We're in over number 3. Being bowled by Gaddafi Cummins, 1.4 overs, 1 wicket already for 7 runs. On his way into bowl to the batsman, Simon, who's getting a well-flighted delivery right into the block hole to close out over number 3. And at the end of it, Joe Lombard is not out on 9, and with him is Warren Assignment. He's not out on 2. It will be Bostic to continue, bowling his stiff medium pace in his cap as well, as Big Joe Lombard does some more gardening at the wicket, and we're all set as Bostic to start over number 4. Was a pitched up delivery, we played it into the offside. They've gone for 1. They will hustle back for the second run, so some brilliant running here by Big Joe Lombard, who came into this game with an injury, but it's good running by Big Joe Lombard as he goes up to 11 and they score up to 13 for 1. We're in over number 4. It's being bowled by Orion Bostic. The batsman is showing great concern to the pitch, paying a lot of attention, trying to do a lot of running repairs. As they score 13 for 1. They would have lost the wicket of Darren Moore. LBW to Cummins without scoring. Delivery outside the yard stump, left there alone by Joe Lombard and taken cleanly by the keeper Owen Birch. Score will remain on 13 for 1. Bostic turns at the top of his mark. Nice gentle approach, something not quite right. So he aborts that run. No. Ball in hand again, makes his way in, passes the umpire just about now. Ball to deliver outside the yard stump. The batsman is attempting a cut outside the yard stump. Luckily for him, the edge not found as the ball should be taken cleanly by the keeper and the captain Owen Birch, who's done brilliantly behind the stumps in this tournament. Can you remember one game where he came up with 4 dismissals, 3 catches and a brilliant leg side stumping as Bostic is bowled a delivery with his steer sweetly by Big Joe Lombard to the left of Gaddafi Cummins, coming around like a freight train at the third man region, and he does really well there. Gaddafi Cummins to restrict that to 2 runs, then sends a good return as well up to the keeper. Wicket-keeper Birch does the tidying up, but a good bit of work there. The batsmen have completed 2 runs. The score 15 for 1. We're in over number 4. Joe Lombard 13 from 11 deliveries has already struck 1 boundary. Faces up to Bostic once more. Bostic is bowling a pitched up delivery, which is bringing Big Joe Lombard forward. Big long stride in to end over number 4. And at the end of it, the South African Masters, they are 15 for 1. They would have lost the wicket of Darren Moore, who was LBW off the ball of Gaddafi Cummins in the first over of the match. And since then, it's been Joe Lombard on 13 and Warren Assignment on 2. Gaddafi Cummins will continue. 2 overs, 1 for 7. Economy rate of 3.5 thus far. Right arm quick leg spin as a plane makes its way into the Grand Yams International Airport. There's the batsman playing a premeditated sweep shot. They've gone for. There's the batsman playing a premeditated sweep shot. They've gone for 1. They will come back for the second run quite easily as Ryan Lane has a lot of work to do coming around on the backward square leg boundary. The batsmen have completed 2. So it's 2 to Simon, who's been very inventive with his batting. And he will have to do much more of that as the score goes up to 17 for 1. Full delivery. Hit to the man at the backward square who parries it to Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse coming around from forward square. The batsman can't enough time to complete 2 more. Should take the score up to 19. 19 for 1.
It's a good stop by the man at deep square in the end. Got absolutely rifled at him. We see a little paddle sweep there from Schneemann. Very smart batting.
As I was saying, Simon very adept at these sweep shots, the ramp shot, the dink shot. So he's very, very creative at the crease. And there he was down on bending, he having a sweep and getting this one into the 5-leg boundary. He goes up quickly to 10 now, and he scored up to 23 for 1, Simon.
Yeah, definitely didn't try and overhit it there. That was the key. Just used the pace of Gaddafi Cummins. Cummins quite quick through the air. It's got down, trusted the bounce, paddled it round the corner. So now going to move that. No, they're going to leave him where he was. He's just maybe slightly behind square from where he was, but not a lot in it. Outside edge, just out to deep backward point. Little fumble down there. Is that Orion Bostich? Little fumble, a complete 2. The Joe Lombard looks like he's moving more freely now. He had a calf tweak in the first game, but he looks okay between the wickets, so it's good to see. Don't know if he's going to bowl.
At the end of 5, the South African Masters, who won the toss here in this all-important final game, they are 26 for 1. Big Joe Lombard is on 13, and with him is Warner Simon, who's also on 13. The wicket to go, that of Darren Moore. He was LBW off the bowling of Gaddafi Cummins without scoring.
Oh, unfortunate for Darren. Feel for him there. He's worn his heart on his sleeve all week, putting a lot of pride and passion towards the team. So a bit disappointed for him that he didn't get a score in the final, but Werner and Joe looking solid out there.
Bostic to bowl his 3rd over. 2 overs before this, none for 8.
Just rolled his fingers on that one. It's good bowling, smart bowling. Just checking that Gaddafi Cummins is right on the boundary there. Gaddafi's very quick across the ground.
He's also asking Blair to come a bit more to his left on the extra cover boundary.
I think that's good tactics there. Looks like he's going to bowl length outside off, try get Schneemann to cut. And there it is there. Blair, little fumble. We'll come back for 2. So good bowling there by Orion Bostich. They've got strong plans here. Outside off on length, make Schneemann dab and cut the ball. See it again. It's good tactics. Owen Birch, very astute thinker of the game. Been chatting to him between games, and he thinks about the game a lot. Very smart cricketer. I think he's probably captained a lot of sides over the years, has he, Kurt?
Yes, he has.
Kurt's just got a bit of something stuck in his throat there. Another 2, so good batting. Joe Lombard leaving it all out there. He's carrying out little niggle, but tough man, putting it all in.
Very good running between these two, and interesting because Joe Lombardi was coming off the field with an injury in the semi-final game, but he looks like he's recovered quite well.
It looks like he's in a bit of pain there, Joe, but tough.
So at the end of 6 overs, the South African Masters team, Joe Lombard not out on 16, and with him is Werner Simon. He's also on 16, 32 for 1, and this has been a good start, Simon, by these two.
Just consolidated well. I think they've got a lot of power hitting to come in the team. David Hancock's a big hitter. Hendrik Potgieter and Rudy Potgieter hit the ball a long way as well. Nathan Wilson give it a whack. Rudy Froneman's probably more of a maneuver of the ball, but he runs very hard between the wickets, so he can be an able assistant. He's got a solid technique. Nice looking shot there by Joe. Well watched there by Orion.
Got a really bad box in the end, but he did well because he got his body directly in the lane of it.
He's done well then, Orion Bostic. Seen quite a few of those skip over fielders' hands and feet and shoulders and run away for 4 over the tournament. Solid there from Schneemann. Gaddafi Cummins, superb spell for him. 1 for 19 in his 4th over.
Continues to bowl well, Gaddafi Cummins. Starting with the new ball, always asking questions of the batter.
Sun goes down the ground, he'll 4 safely. Big Joe hits it a long way, got big levers. He's obviously struggling with that leg a bit. Just a 1-4 in his innings, 17 off 15. Schneemann also struggled to find the boundary. Just that 1 paddle sweep for 4. So he'll be looking to break the shackles soon, but it's been very tight bowling here by Barbados. Short ball this time. Cut away out to Jamil Blair.
But the plan by the Barbados bowler Simon has been very, very clear. Just on or about the off stump, short of a leg, and asking the batsman to cut the ball into the offside.
Yeah, it's good tactics and good execution. That's the key thing. Can have all the best plans in the world. As we see another paddle sweep there by Werner Schneemann. It's running away. Fielder will get round and just be 2. He's like that shot there every time Cummins has got 2 straight. The end of Gaddafi Cummins' spell, 4 overs, 1 for 23. Very tidy from him.
The economy of 5.75, well bowled. I think he was a bit flustered by the sweep shot being employed by Simon. That took him off his line a bit, but in the end he finished a good spell, and Bostic will continue over number 8.
Yeah, it's interesting here from Barbados. They're going 2 bowlers bowling 4 over spells here, and then they'll have to bowl Ryan Nurse, Jamel Blair.
They've still got Ryan Lane as well, the leg spinning all around there. So a lot of options for Captain Birch. How he uses them though is going to be rather important.
Yeah, potentially Marty Lane come on next, try and make the guys hit into the wind to the leg side. That one's inside edge, looking to go downtown as Joe misses out there. He can only squirt it away to deep square leg.
One more to the score, takes it up to 38. 38 for 1. Remember, they would have lost the wicket of more in the game's first over, so good partnership being put together here by these two, albeit a bit slowly, but good partnership so far.
Nicely run away. Werner Schneemann's a very smart cricketer.
Good call. Great call being made there too by Joe Lombard. They were thinking about the second run, but Gaddafi Cummins was really fleet-footed around the ground. Got there rather quickly and sent a pinpoint return as well up to the keeper. So in the end, it was a good call by the batsman to not attempt that second run.
Straight through him this time. Looking for that big shot. Bostic just rolled his fingers there again. Change of pace. Disturbs the castle. Off and middle. Off stump out the ground there. So unfortunate end for Joe Lombard, but a great tournament for him. He's been one of the most destructive batsmen. He's hit some seriously long balls at times. At Empire, the houses 3 blocks back were still in trouble from him. So 39 for 2 here in the 8. Bostic's first wicket. 1 for 16. 2 balls left in his spell.
Yeah, there was Bostic taking the pace off, rolling his fingers over that one, getting the ball to come in A bit of inward movement as well. And there was the batsman having a big swing at it, looking for a boundary. Joe Lombard, he usually likes to be aggressive, but missing that one and missing his stumps in the process, as Portgeta will replace him. So wicket number 2 goes down, and the South African batsmen now will have to look to rebuild here. 7.3 overs have been completed. They're 39 for 2, and they will need a partnership between these two. Portgeta, usually very, very aggressive as well.
Yeah, he hits a long ball. He's also likes to maneuver. He'll run hard, but he can hit a very long ball as well. They've still got Hancock up their sleeve. They'll probably look to deploy him around the 12th or 13th over. Let him hit at the end. He's got his pads on there now, I can see. So it's a flexible order, I think. Interesting to see. I don't know if they've seen the leg spinner, Ryan Lane, before. So potentially they've got the one lefty in Nathan Wilson. They could get Wilson out there against a leggy to try swing him away, especially if he bowls from this near end. Nice looking shot to start there by Potgieter. Driven out. Good fieldings, Gaddafi Cummins. He's got to have saved the most runs throughout the tournament, I reckon.
Yeah, very, very fleet-footed, very athletic is Gaddafi Cummins. And he enjoys his game. He always plays it with a smile on his face as well.
Big smile. Oh, Birch, skipper there, just pushing a few little plates down.
So Bostic with a good bit of work running back off his own bowling to close out over number 8. The South African Masters, they are 40 for 2.
40 for 2 after 8. So South Africa need to find a boundary here. Only the 2 4s so far in the innings. No 6s. I just feel they need to be getting up around that 130 odd mark.
Still got a bit of time. 12 overs left. As we see now, Blake comes into the attack. He's been reasonably tidy. The few spells we would have seen him for the tournament.
Yeah, he hasn't bowled a lot. They've had Hallam Bryan as one of the other bowlers. So he's bowled a little bit, a few medium paces. Good start though. Straight on the money.
And there you saw the keeper Birch, very, very effective up to the stumps, taking that one rather cleanly, even although it got a bit of bounce and got big on him.
He's a good wicket keeper, his own Birch. His hands are unbelievable. Saw a magnificent leg side stumping off the seamer Hallam Bryan at Empire. 2 very good catches stood up to the stumps. Schneemann, you can carve that one away. You can get it through, bang on point. There's a bit of a gap there.
Yeah,
Blair's quite straight at cover.
And Gaddafi Cummins really far behind at point.
This one's pulled out to Nurse, who does well.
A good bit of work by Nurse on the forward square boundary.
Yeah, Schneemann would have had his heart in his mouth there. He got out pulling in the first game. So that's nicely worked there by Potgieter. Well, good from Ryan Lane though. Is that Ryan Lane out there? Yeah.
Very aware to the situation. Came in rather quickly to prevent any possibility of that second run. So, over number 9, done and dusted. The South African Masters going quietly along. There are 43 for 2. I can tell you they would have lost the wickets of Joe Lombard for 19 and Darren Moore without scoring. At the crease, Werner Simon, he's on 21 from 21 balls. And Rudy Portgetter, who's just started his innings. He's 3 from 4. And the South African Masters going slowly along Simon.
Yeah, he's 6 off 10 in the last 2 overs and the 1 wicket, so they just need to rebuild now. See 4 dot balls, including the bowled. So they'll need to try and speed it up a little here. Got the men in the hut to do it. This one's punched out to long off.
The new bowler is Blair.
Blair's got his kids in here watching, just behind us, I think.
Yeah, his family, his entire family here offering their support and encouragement.
Shortish ball pulled out to Nurse again, though. Is he okay out there? Ryan Nurse isn't injured out there.
Seems to be carrying some kind of injury.
His right knee, perhaps.
Let's hope he's all right.
He's grabbing at that right knee. Again, Schneemann again. He loves that shot. Brian Lane double pumped that one.
Good running, though. I like the running by Simon, who continues to be very inventive with his stroke play and causing the Barbados captain a few concerns.
Yeah, he's maneuvering it nicely.
Can we get the roller out again for you?
48 for 2. Blair, delivery well played again by Simon, opening the back face and getting this one to point, where Gaddafi Cummins comes around from backward point, does the fielding. There's only 1 run, but you can see Captain Burt showing some concerns to the wicket.
I don't think anyone's running it down the danger zone there. Just keen to make sure that any of those dry bits don't get pulled out. Or maybe a little bit of gamesmanship, looking to see if they can get Schneemann to play a rash shot or get frustrated.
So we're at the halfway stage, and at the halfway stage, the 50 being brought up as well for the South African Masters side. They're 50 for 2. Werner Simon, he's on 26, and Rudy Portgetter, he's on 5. And with a lot of work to do at the halfway stage, Simon.
Yeah. But they've got wickets in hand now, 6 wickets left, 50 on the board. If they can get another 80 in this back half, look to accelerate. Oh, Birch is getting a bit of water here. Gaddafi Cummins doing the water duties.
The South African batsmen, they too have been replenished.
Lonsdale Blake with ball in hand now, the fireman. And we're looking to extinguish South Africa's hopes here.
So a change in ends. And we'll have interesting to see the field set, Simon. There's a man at point in Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse. It looks like Ryan Lane will make his way onto the cover boundary as well. Jamil Blair goes to a straight long off.
Bostitch at deep square leg.
And Gaddafi Cummins on the forward square boundary, deep mid-wicket boundary.
I think it's good though. That's the longest boundary. They've got Cummins there. He covers the most distance. Let's hit out to Lane there at deep cover.
$51.
Birch just giving instructions here. I think he's looking for Bostich to bowl full and straight.
You can see the Barbados team, Simon, clearly operated to a plan for each and every batsman.
Yeah, they smart players, smart cricketers.
The line of attack for Getter. Poor bit of work by Blake, not backing up properly. They've completed 2 runs. Gives away 1 run. Every run is very important in a final.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there. Was Jamil Blair wasn't the worst, so I think Lonzo Blake just trickled through his legs there. Captain Birch probably not best impressed that he had to go and tidy up. This one out towards the point. Nurse didn't pick it up straight away. He does well in the end. Nurse picked that up late. It's probably into the sun. He moved late. He's got the sunnies on though. See 55 for 2 now.
He's not been moving rather quickly either. Delivery driven to the
shot.
offside. Rayleigh with a lot of work to do. Does well. Good bit of field in there with Rayleigh coming around to his right and then picking it up with both hands. Then having a throw. He seems to have injured Blake with that throw as well. Straight onto his knee, it looks like. So things not really going all that well for the Barbados Masters in the field. But at the end of 11 overs, the South African Masters team, they have progressed to 56 for 2. Simon is on 28, and with him is Rudy Portgetter. He's on 9.
Yeah, and I think of all the bowlers they can probably look to target, Nurse is probably the slower through the air. So they can maybe look to lift him leg side here. Schneemann will be thinking anything short, he's going to rock back. He likes that pull shot. Used to the South African wickets with a bit more bounce. He'll be on the back foot if anything short from Nurse.
And Ray Nurse carrying that injury to his knee.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see if he can complete his bowling action.
Shot. It's hit like a tracer bullet out there to deep cover.
Blake.
See where there is a gap. That square leg, anything tossed up, they might look to sweep square. There's a big gap. They've got backward square and then deep mid wicket. This one's clubbed out straight. Skips off and a 4. Much needed boundary there for South Africa, only the 3rd boundary of the innings. The great shot there by Potgieter, a little bit short from Ryan Nurse. Potgieter could pick his spot. It's almost like a baseball slap there. RBI double through centre field, goes for 4. He's just getting this long off man straight in. I think that's a good move. They've got long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square, straightish long off, deep extra cover. This one's hit out to cover. Lonzo Blake out there, keeps it to 1. Oh no, overthrows. 2 overthrows.
The Barbadian team seems a bit rattled here. They're not being their professionally good selves in the outfield today. Another overthrow, Simon, as he scored quickly now up to 64 for 2.
Yeah, just bounced just off the edge of this square, skidded through at ankle height for Owen Birch, and at 55 he just not keen to get down that quickly. Another nice shot by but Blair there at long off. So Schneemann looking to be aggressive now. We said they might look to go after Nurse.
So far this over has conceded some 9 runs.
First warning there for running down the wicket by umpire Thompson, asking the guys to just make sure they're running off the pitch. This one's clipped to leg.
Another single to close out over number 12. So at the end of over number 12, the South African Masters, they're 66 for 2 now and starting to get a bit of momentum into the innings.
Yeah, just look at that. We spoke earlier when the new junior batsmen came in, they'd only scored 6 off 10 balls. But now, look at that last 10 there. No dot balls. 16 off the last 10 deliveries. So they're starting to get a wriggle on. Run rate now at 5.5. That will be a bit light, but if they can get it up to 7, get up to around that 140 mark. A lot of work to do though. 8 or 9 over from here. Potgieter clips this one out. It's a long on. And again, pretty much carbon copy of the previous one, a little bit squarer. Cummins comes round. Down leg.
Wide. Called by the umpire as well. Probably looking for that leg side stumping there.
Do you reckon that's a 2-card trick there? Do you reckon they're playing for that? Have they got a signal?
Wide called by the umpire. Takes it up to 70. 70 for 2. Sometimes it may be pre-planned. Maybe on the third delivery you're going to fling one down the leg side, see if you can find the batsman falling over. But I'm not so sure that one was altogether intentional.
Yeah. Wonder if, just look, see if Owen Birch is giving a little tug of the ear, or maybe Lonsdale Blake, a little tug of the ear. Scratch of the nose beforehand. This one hit straight, fumbled by the bowler. They come through for 1.
Another misfield, Simon. I think I can conquer about 4 or 5 runs that have been gifted by poor fielding to the South African Masters thus far. The Barbados team will definitely have to watch that. Lovely drive, but good work by Ryan Lane, coming around quickly to his left on the cover boundary to close out over number 13. And at the end of it, the South African Masters, in fact, one more legal delivery remains. They're 72 for 2. This one is hit down to long on to now finally close out over number 13. At the end of it, the South African Masters winning the toss and electing to bat here in this final of the LMS Masters tournament. They are 73 for 2 and going merrily along now.
Yeah, they've really picked it up. They haven't hit a boundary, or one boundary in the last 10 balls, but no dot balls are wide in there, so they're ticking it up nicely. 7 overs left here. If they can look to go at 9 and over for the last 7, that gets them up to 136. 7 and over will get them, 10 and over, sorry, will get them up to 140. Well bowled by Blair, right in the block hole.
Well bowled. There was the batsman though, looking to give himself some room, and Blair followed him. So well bowled by Blair.
Wonder if he'll try and fox him and go the other way this time. There's a big gap still there at square leg. Down the wicket this time. Again in the block hole. Really good bowling by Jamil Blair. Skillful cricketer. Short ball high.
Will he get? I think he will get away with it. He will get away with it. Birch was uncertain as to where the ball was. I was also just about to tell you, Simon, that the way how Simon bats after 2 dot balls, I was thinking he was going to do something inventive.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably there to go, just didn't quite get it. Top edge, thankfully the wind just blew it over Birch's head at keeper. This one's hit square. Gaddafi Cummins does well as per usual.
It's really good to see Gaddafi Cummins in the outfield. He really makes fielding look easy.
He's got good hands, good speed, good arm. It's a joy to watch. Oh, that's a big hit though. And caught in the deep. Good catch above his head.
Alves, Romeo Alves. Good catch by the man there, long on.
Thought that was 6 off the bat, but the wind just holding it a little bit.
Well judged as well by the man down here. Right in front of us, here in the Wanderers Pavilion. The upper deck. That's where the commentary is coming to you from. So wicket number 3 goes down now. That of Simon. He goes caught by Alves off the bowling of Blair for 34 from 35 deliveries. And this man now, Hancock, comes to the crease. He is going to be very ultra aggressive.
Yeah, this is a play now for South Africa. Hancock, perfect timing for him last 6 overs. It's just about time to press the buzzer. I think they've got to roll the dice here, South Africa. They can't nurdle it around for too long. They've got to press the accelerator. Try and get up to around that 130, 140 mark. Something to bowl at.
So with Birch already bowling out Gaddafi Cummins and Oriang Bostic, 6 overs to go. Lonsdale Blake, he has 1 remaining. Jamil Blair has just completed his 2nd over, and immediately Birch goes straight back to Lonsdale Blake.
Yeah, medium pacer Lonsdale Blake. I'm thinking that's a tactical plan. I reckon they've eyed up and said Hancock likes to hit the spin, so they're going for pace on. Blake's going to go up in the block hole, I imagine, not give her anything to get underneath.
So with that in mind, do you think Ryan Nurse, they'll be inclined to give Ryan Nurse 1 over for 10 runs, another go?
They've got Ryan Lane, but he's probably also slow through the air. Oh, gee, Hancock. He's got to be careful with Birch behind the stumps there. He might be stumped. Just dancing around there. So they've got Lonsdale Blake. I don't know if they've got really anyone. Is Romeo Alves? Can he bowl or not a bowler? Just a quick shake of the head there.
Alan Bryan, I think, is a big miss for this final.
He was very good at Empire the other day. 4 wickets, I think he picked up at Empire against USA. Lonsdale Blake is doing a great job for his skipper here. North for 18 in his 4th over. Down the ground. Oh, what a stop by Jamil Blair. He's probably say it's a drop catch.
Well, good
Save 6.
Good attempt. I think he saved 6 more so than drop the catch, because of the brilliant effort coming around. He's not a really tall man either, but he really made some height there. Then he got into the air.
Firmly struck again by Hancock. He times the ball sweetly.
For the first time, we've seen Gaddafi Cummins misfield, but the South African batters were not alert to the situation, and I think they would have missed a run there. So at the end of 15 overs, the South African Masters with Hancock on 2 and Rudy Potgieter on 24. They're 79 for 3 as we head into the final 5 overs.
Yeah, and we've, as you thought, Ryan Nurse now into the attack.
1 for 10 before this.
Nurse,
bit expensive.
Yeah, they've only got the 5 bowlers, so it's unlikely now they're going to go to a 6. So Nurse is going to have to bowl 3 more here. This is a great opportunity now for South Africa. Hancock, he'll be eyeing up Nurse here. You can see him looking long on mid-wicket boundary. Nurse just getting Lonsdale Blake quite straight at long off. I think that's the right move.
Starts with a slower delivery. Angling back in to the right-handed Hancock, not give him a lot of room.
Clipped leg to Bostich, who takes it. Big wicket.
A good catch by Bostic too. He really judged it well coming in off the boundary and taking it just about knee height there, Bostic. And Ryan Nurse, the captain, showing a lot of faith in him after that 1 out for 10 runs and getting the important wicket of David Hancock.
Yeah, big wicket. You've got to feel that's a big wicket. Hancock, aggressive batsman.
So they've gone to Nick Wilson, will replace him.
Wilson, the lefty, hitting into the breeze a bit.
He's got a nice
Nice
crowd, Simon, gathered, enjoying this, the final of the LMS Masters tournament. Two big sides, the Barbados Masters up against the South African Masters. South African Masters earlier this afternoon won the toss and decided to take first knock. They are 79 for 4 as Wilson takes his guard from umpire Dave Thompson. A man at deep point, a man on the cover boundary, a man at a wide long off, a man at a straight long off. The delivery, which is bringing the batsman forward, gets an easy single as Gaddafi Cummings comes in, does the tidying up. The return already back with Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse, and they score up to 80.
So Ryan Nurse, we said they might look to target him, but it's backfired a little bit. Lost the big wicket of Hancock, danger man. Oh, Edge running away. Running away. I don't think it's going to make it. Pulls up. They come back for 3. Ryan Lane after it.
Good running. There was a long chase for Ryan Lane. He had a lot of work to do coming from the point region, and this one went really fine to the third man region. So the batsman had enough time to complete 3 runs well run as well. 83 for 4. Then over number 16, Ryan Nurse continues. Another well pitched up delivery. The batsman equal to the task, comes onto the front foot, guides it into the offside to close out over number 16, the South African Masters, 84 for 4. Jamil Blair will bowl over number 17. 2 overs, just conceded 9 runs. It's been a good spell by him. He's also picked up a wicket.
Yeah, really good. You see Ryan Nurse only going for 5 in that over and picking up the wicket. It's a great work from him. Jamil Blair will be looking to go block hole here again. Tossed up. That's whacked out to Lonsdale Blake there, I think it is. Or is it Romeo Alves?
Blake it is.
Blake. I think Romeo Alves is down here at long off. Short ball. Oh, missed out there, I think. Just gets the 1.
But what about the short ball there? It didn't have a lot of pace in it, and so he couldn't get it timed as well as you would have liked.
No, outside off as well, I think that's the key. If he bowls that middle stump, it's probably disappearing over the mid-wicket boundary here. Oh, it's Wilson looking to open the face. Don't know if he did get any bat on it. Yeah.
Signal coming from the umpire, so definitely a bit of bat.
Drop catch by Birch.
That's harsh. That's harsh, Simon.
Probably did well to get any pad on that. That's high. That's
and gone.
big.
That's gone. Massive, huge.
On our head here. fallen over the roof. Big hit there by Rudy Potgieter. Absolutely whacked that. Potgieter going large and in charge.
Massive shot there. Over long on.
Oh, wow. Back to back. Another one.
Oh, that's an even better shot. That was back of a left into the patch, but at pace. And there was the batsman, Potgieter, hitting this one high and hard over long off. Back-to-back maximums here for Potgieter as he goes up to 40 rather quickly to close out over number 17. It was a really good over up to the point of those final two deliveries that both went out of the ground. They are 99 for 4. The South African Masters with 3 overs remaining. Potgieter, he's on 40 and batting extremely well. 40 from 22 deliveries. He struck 1, 4 and 2 massive sixes. He's striking at 181.82.
Just fetching this ball here. It's come back over the fence. Three overs left here. 99 for 4 now. South Africa. Potgieter firing them up to a big score. Back-to-back maximums in that over. As Ryan Nurse is now back again. Wilson, I feel, just needs to look to push the gaps. Get Potgieter on strike. Let him do the heavy lifting. Nurse picking up the wicket in his last over. Good shot there. Clipped away for 1.
That's the 100 coming up as well for the South Africans. A loud applause here at the Wanderers ground. 100 up. They're 100 for 4. Much appreciated by the crowd here.
Short ball, skewed away square. Good running. Wilson comfortably home. That's probably the first 2 that's been run to Gaddafi Cummins this tournament. He's a whip it across the ground. Had a lot of work to do. Tossed up, hit high, and gone! Another maximum to Potgieter.
His last 3 scoring shots have been sixes. So it's
Raining
raining sixes here now for Rudy. Batting very well. He's up to 48 though. And the only thing is that if he gets to that half century, he will have to come off.
Yep. So Rudy 2 runs to his 50. He'll be looking to go out with another 6 here. Basically a free hit for him here. Clipped leg again. Just be 1. Should be. Bostic it is out there. So 11 balls left here. South Africa up to 109. It's looking like a good score. A few more lusty blows if they can get that home run. Outside edge, yes, running away, should be 2. Might be 4, it's 4. Great shot, Nathan Wilson. Body language for Barbados just dropping a little.
That over from Randers costing 14 runs. 3 for 29 now. 1 wicket, but that was another expensive over. Not what the captain really would have wanted at this stage, as he scored up to 113 for 4 with 2 overs remaining. And it will be interesting to see who they will go to. Blake is finished. Gaddafi Cummins is finished. Orion Bostic is finished. Jamil Blair, 3 for 24, going at around 8 and over. Will come in to bowl the penultimate over of this innings. And this is going to be a very important over as well. And then it will be interesting to see whether they finish off with Ryan Nurse, who's been reasonably expensive, or will they give Ryan Lane that final over? It might be hard call there for Captain Birch.
Tough to give the leggy the last over when he's not bowled at all. It's put a lot of pressure on him there. Jamil Blair around the wicket now. Potgieter times it nicely out to the covers. The comeback for 2. And that's his 50. Well batted, Rudy Potgieter.
Brilliant innings, 50 from 26 deliveries, 3 massive 6s and a 4. He's really batted well for the South African side, and it's much appreciated by the South African fans and players to our right. Striking at 196.15. It's been a good innings there by Rudy Potgieter. Sadly though, Simon, he will have to come off. He will have to retire.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Makes you have to bat deep. It's a good, interesting part of last man stands, but it makes you have to have a very strong overall side. Can't be carrying anyone. Got Rudy Froneman out to bat there now, I believe. So great batting, Rudy Potgieter. So Rudy Froneman out to bat there now. It's a handy batsman. He'll look to run hard. Nathan Wilson will need to have his skates on here. Rudy loves the doubles. Umpire Dave Good from South just reminding the South Africans they did get a warning fronting on the wicket, so he just needs to be careful. This one hit out to Ryan Lane, just be a single. Could maybe take him on for 2. He's underarming the ball in. Maybe just foxing. So all on Wilson here. Can he find a boundary? 8 balls remaining. Short ball. Oh, bowl him! Short ball across the line. Skids through.
Quicker delivery there.
Yeah. Quicker from Jamil Blair, spearing it in on a length, skids into leg stump.
So another wicket picked up by the Barbados team, but more importantly, no run would have resulted there.
Good bowling by Jamil Blair. Handy knock there from Nathan Wilson.
9 from 7.
Yeah, ran hard, gave the strike back to Rudy Potgieter. But don't mind this from South Africa. The other guys can just go for it now. They've still got Rudy to come back. See Hendrik Potgieter going out now, number 8.
So the tactics should be quite clear here. Go hard, give yourself an opportunity, and if you get out, that's fine, because the man that was in, Rudy Potgieter, gets to come back. So I think we are going to see some big shots being attempted here by the other Potgieter in Hendrick.
Yeah, I think so. He's got license, in my view. Straight away. Finds the man, though. Romeo Alves is coming quickly from long on. Jamil Blair managed to cut it off. Chipped up from Rudy Froneman. Sorry, from Potgieter was chipped.
To end over number 17, the South Africa Masters, 117 for 5. As we head into the final over, and it looks like Captain Birch will exhibit a lot of confidence in Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse. 3 overs, 1 for 29, and he's going to be entrusted with the responsibilities of closing out this innings here for the Barbados Masters. Your thoughts, Simon?
Yeah, he's been the most expensive, but I think they've got to stay with him. They can't risk having Ryan Lane come. He's not bowled yet this game. Be tough to throw him the last over. Leg spinner, always susceptible to a drag down or a full toss. Ryan Nurse stopping that one with his foot.
Yeah, in the end,
Ooh, drop catch,
drop
I think.
catch by the keeper. Not something we are accustomed to associating with wicketkeeper Birch.
I don't think he meant to drop it, but it's probably not the worst. Don't want to get Potgieter back in swinging. This one's down leg though. Be at least 2. Bowled in.
Two legal deliveries remain. Simon he scores 120 for 5.
Down
The
leg.
leg side well taken though, but the keeper is wide. It's called by umpire Dave Thompson. Well taken by keeper Birch.
He's lucky to get away with that. Any bit of chunk of bat there is going to fly away to that long leg boundary. Swinging a miss, just losing his shape a little, Rudy. It's not his normal game. He's normally quite a compact batsman. Beautiful technique. Power game's not really his thing. Clubs this one. Come back for 2.
They will get it easily in the end too. In fact, they're looking for the 3rd run, but Captain Birch was very alert to what was going on. Got the ball, tied it up, and in the end, the batsmen have settled for 2. So what I can tell you for sure, though, is that the South African Masters, having won the toss and deciding to bat first, they will finish on 123 for 5. 123 for 5 off their allocation of 20 overs. Joe Lombard, he was ball 6 for 19. Darren Moore, he was LBW off the bowling of Gaddafi Cummins without scoring. Warren Simon, he was caught Alves off the bowling of Blair for 34. Rudy Potgieter retired 51. Well played innings by him. Well played half century. 51 from 26 balls. Struck 1, 4 and 3 massive sixes. David Hancock, he was caught Orion Bostic off the bowling of Nurse for 2. Nathan Wilson, he was bowled by Blair for 9. Rudy Frundman, he was left not out on 6. And Hendrik Potgieter, he was not out on 2. Bowling for the Barbados Masters, Gaddafi Cummins 4 overs, 1 wicket for 23 runs. Orion Bostic 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 17. Lonsdale Blake 4 overs, no maidens, none for 20. Jamil Blair 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 28. And a very expensive 4 overs by Ryan Nurse, 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 35. So the South African Masters winning the toss. Their innings have been completed. They have made 123. Simon, do you think those are enough runs on the board?
I think it's a little bit light. I do think it's a little bit light, but they've got a decent attack. If they can get the new ball to talk, nick a few guys off, then they'll be well up for it. It's a final, so score runs on the board, pressure comes in, the mind plays funny tricks. So we'll see how they go. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, get a bit of water on board, and we'll be back with the run chase. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a cracker.
Welcome back for the resumption of this run chase here in the finals of the LMS Masters Tournament. The South African Masters, they would have put a target of 123 on the board. The Barbados Masters, if they are to lift this year's trophy, they need to get up to 124. They have all of 20 overs in which to do so. It's Romeo Alves and Gaddafi Cummings opening the batting. And it is Rudy Froneman who's opened the attack and called through quickly by Gaddafi Cummings for a single. A wide also called by the umpire. So 2 extras takes the score up to 4. Remember, the target is 124 for victory, as Gaddafi Cummings has taken his guard from umpire Sheena Walcott. They are 4 without loss, the Barbados Masters. After 1 legal delivery, is Froneman into Bola Cummings, who's down the track, and when he gets there, turns the delivery into the onside. They've gone for 1. They will quickly come back for the second run as well. Well run by Gaddafi Cummings, a busy player in the outfield and at the crease, between the creases as well. He runs rather well. He's up to 2 and the score 6 without loss. Froneman, right arm medium pace, about a full delivery again, which is whipped into the onside. As Sineman does the fielding. 7 without loss. The target is 124 for victory. The South Africans would have posted. Led mainly by a knock of 51 by Rudy Poitgeta, who batted rather well. The return coming there from Hancock. Score up by 1. 8 without loss. Operating with a man at a squarish third man, a man at point, a man at long off 3/4 of the way to the boundary, a man at long on 3/4 of the way to the boundary, and a man 3/4 of the way to the mid-wicket boundary as well. A man backward of square saving a single. A delivery which is driven back past the bowler, who doesn't field cleanly, and to close out over number 1, the Barbados Masters in pursuit of a target of 124. They're 9 without loss. Romeo Alves, he's on 5, and with him is Gaddafi Cummings, who's got 4. 9 without loss after 1. It's going to be David Hancock to pick up the attack from the southern end of the ground. The Prof. Edwards end. Prof. Edwards, a former Barbados and West Indies fast bowler. Bowls a delivery down the leg side. There's a loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire, and indicates that the ball would have come off the batsman's tie pad. But a good take by the wicketkeeper down the leg side. But nothing doing with the appeal. The score will remain on 9 without loss. We're in over number 2. Hancock passes the umpire Walker just about now and bowls a delivery, which the batsman is back. And of course, it stops a punch about the ball. They've gone for a quick single. They will have to hurry. There is an appeal for a run out at the striker's end, but it seems that Romeo Alves would have made his ground rather quickly, but it was a streaky bit of running there by the 2 Barbadian batsmen, looking to pick up on anything loose, any free singles that are there begging, but that one was really tight. But in the end, they would have made it safely. So the Barbados team up to 10 without loss. Lots of singing here by the South African supporters, enjoying the local beverage. Some of them maybe had one too many, but lots of singing here by the South African supporters. 10 before loss. A delivery outside the off stump, driven sweetly into the offside. This should be the first boundary of the Barbados innings. So a lovely shot there to Romeo Alves as the score goes up to 14. 14 without loss. We're in over number 2. But a lovely shot there played by the man Alves. So a good, decent start here by the Barbados openers. The South African bowlers will need to adjust their lines and the lengths. Target is 124 as Hancock bowls a pitched up delivery which is driven down too long off. They've gone for one. A quick running by Gaddafi Cummings to initiate that second run, and well taken in the end as the Barbados team go up to 16 now. 16 without loss. We're in over number 2. So it's been a good start by these two. Gaddafi Cummings well alert and well aware, looking for that extra run as Hancock passes umpire Walker. Was a slower delivery. This one is driven straight to the man at long off, and a brilliant catch taken there by the man at long off.
So that's Rudy Potgieter.
Rudy Potgieter, he batted well and now he's catching well.
Tall man. I thought it might just go over his head there, but he clung on. It's a great catch from Rudy.
Interestingly though, Simon, I've been watching the field setting of the South Africans, and unlike the Barbadians, they've got their men 3/4 of the way to the boundary. They're not sitting right back on the boundary, encouraging them, if they want to take us on, you have to hit over us to get those boundaries.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. They're basically saying, if you want it, come get it. And unfortunately there, Lonsdale Alves, Romeo Alves couldn't quite find the distance. Caught, great catch by Rudy Potgieter. Slow ball by Hancock. He's a big tall man, but just running the fingers there. So now it is going to be that man who took the catch. Potgieter onto bowl. Of course, Big Joe Lombard not bowling as yet. He's carrying that injury.
But I'm sure the kind of tough character that Big Joe Lombard is, if he's needed, he's going to try.
Yeah, I think so. They've got Rudy Potgieter, they've got Hendrik Potgieter, Nathan Wilson, Werner Schneemann. So they've still got 5 or so bowlers, but if they need an over from Big Joe, so you just see Kemar Smith come into the commentary box. Represented Barbados this year in the list day stuff, 1 day stuff for Barbados. So great to have him here. Just been away in Jamaica with the 4-day team. Running away off the thigh pad. Unlucky there for South Africa. Think it's going to be, no, given off the bat. Little inside edge onto the leg. Runs away for 4. So unlucky there for South Africa. Barbados won't mind though. Any runs are good runs for them. 104 needed, 89 balls left. Run rate very comfortable. They're going at 9, so they need 5.84. South Africa needs some wickets. Clipped around the corner, another boundary. This is going to go for 4 of age, Nathan Wilson. So a little bit loose here from Rudy Potgieter. Maybe feeling a little bit tired. Batted a long innings before.
Come on, guys!
But yet again, the importance of Gaddafi Cummings being shown in this Barbados lineup. He runs rather well between the wickets, rather quickly as well, and he's good enough to put away the bad ball.
Yeah, definitely. No, just a little bit straight there, Rudy. Normally shapes the ball away from the right-handers, so just shaping it into Gaddafi's pads. Flipped that one off his hip for 4. So Barbados, they're on track at the minute. Run rate up on 10. Oh, that's well bowled. Little bit of glove. Bent his back, and that one Rudy Potgieter fired it in. Little bit of lift, takes the glove through to the keeper. Darren Moore stumped him as well just to make sure, but gone, caught behind. So 2 wickets down now, Kurt.
Vital breakthrough there by Port Gaeta. The wicket of Gaddafi Cummings, very important wicket as well. 2 wickets down now. And the Barbadians will need to stabilize the innings. They will need to form some kind of partnership. And immediately they see the tactics of the Barbadian captain, not Birch, coming into the crease, but they've sent Jamil Blair.
Yeah, I think it's good. Jamil Blair just going to look to control the innings here. Try and get a partnership going. So great bowling there from Rudy Potgieter. Blair and Lonzo Blake at the crease together now. Neither's faced a delivery. So pressure on here. I'd be tempted to get a slip in. See if they can get a third. Get the slip in, that Potgieter ball. He just benches back there.
Maybe this man from third man can come up, slip.
I think so, or even get the long off up. If he's going to bowl that hard length, he can't really see it getting hit through long off. A great bit of heart here from Rudy Potgieter. Short ball, flipped around the corner, not timed superbly well, but they'll get the one.
Wilson.
Blair's overrun there. Good work by Rudy Froneman in the deep though, quickly in to back up. I think it's important that they all moving here, backing up, field as a unit.
South African team, a well-drilled unit, seem to enjoy playing with each other.
Yeah, a lot of passion and pride. They've been a great side here, really stuck hard as a unit. They all know their roles. Oh, flayed away, gets the edge again. Potgieter just finding something in this wicket, a bit of lift.
And like you said, I think, well, it would have probably still gone over his head if there was a slip in, but the possibility of creating a chance going to beg in. And at the end of 3 overs, the Barbados team, they're racing along. They are 29 for 2, but however, they have lost the wickets of Gaddafi Cummings and Romeo Alves.
Yeah, 2 big wickets as well. I don't think Barbados have had to bat down to number 8 yet this tournament. So we haven't seen everyone bat yet. So a little bit of pressure on the batsmen. A few of them probably a little bit underdone in terms of practice in the middle, but they're all class acts. So we just need to find a way. Just get a partnership here. Is Froneman in now?
Quick delivery outside the off stump. Wide and full.
It's good bowling. They want to attempt. Jamil Blair's got quite an open stance, so he probably favours the leg side. They can skid run through. They might catch an edge. We've got their third man rather wide though. I feel like any of that run down could go. Great shot into the covers. That'll be 4. Beautiful shot by Jamil Blair. That's a bit of a gift there from Froneman. Just a little bit too full. He's hit that hard length.
Long half ball outside the off stump and giving the full treatment there by Blair, just leaning, easing into that drive through the offside, and was too much work for the man coming around to his left. So Blair goes up to 5 and they score up to 33 for 2. We're in over number 4.
The only problem they've got now is they move that man to deep cover, so a massive gap at point. So he's got to stay full. This one's a bit straight though and clipped away.
Good work by Wilson again, a good return as well. So the South Africans, they're in for this one in a huge way. Committed in the outfield, and they've gotten a lot of support here.
Yeah, a lot of crowd support here in the terraces for South Africa. The Barbados supporters all down on the boundary side. That's way down leg there from Froneman, not adjusting to the right-hander. So it'll be a wide, coming back for 2. Greg Porter, the Englishman, finding his voice here.
Wide call by the umpire as well. And Simon, you seem to be the only one who's glad that Porter has found a voice.
Yeah, they're calling him Greg KP Porter. Jump ship from South Africa to England. Now he's back in the South African boat. Nice looking shot there. Lonsdale Blake, he's really impressed me. Nice straight bat. Imagine he scored quite a lot of runs for the fire service and other clubs. Where else does he play? Cupid?
Fire Service, YMPC, St. Catherine, Passage United.
Jeez, that's a serious underarm from David
From
Hancock.
all the way on the boundary. Very strong man, this Hancock.
Just underarmed at 50 yards, 1 bounce.
His underarm throw is better than some guys' overarm throw.
Yeah.
So to close out over number 4, the Barbados Masters in pursuit of a target of 124. They're 39 for 2. They would have lost the wickets of Romeo Alves. He was caught. Rudy Portgator off the bowling of Hancock for 11, and Gaddafi Cummings, he was caught by Moore off the bowling of Rudy Portgator. So Portgator involved in both wickets in one form or the other.
He's had a great game, Rudy Portgator. Big game player. Got a lovely 50, a catch and a wicket so far. That South Africa needs someone else to come good here. They need a couple more wickets. Hancock rolling his fingers there again, just pitching outside leg. Jamil Blair tickling it into the pad. There's a stifled appeal by the keeper, but no appeal from the bowler. So 40 for 2 here after 4.1. Barbados scoring quickly, but those 2 wickets are the only worry. If they're 40 for 0, you'd say they're more than in control. South Africa need 2 more wickets quickly.
Well run. There's Blake coming inside of his wicket and turning the delivery into the onside and quickly called through for a single there by Blair.
Smart batting though. Just getting across, recognising that Hancock's bowling cutters, so they're probably going to grip a little bit into the leg side. There's plenty of bounce there, so you can get across, ride it. This one's pitched up. It opens the face, does Blair. Just be 1. So it's turning out to be a great final here. It's what the tournament deserved.
Keenly contested up to this point so far, this final.
Well worked again there by Lonsdale Blake. He knows what's being asked of him here. Just rotate the strike.
Batting rather sensibly is Blake under the circumstances. Not trying to do anything too extravagant. Just picking up these singles, trying to stitch this partnership together with Jamil Blair and get Barbados definitely back on top.
Yeah, they just recognise they've closed the gap between runs and balls very quickly at the start, so they just need to rotate the ones for a while. This one's out towards that man. It's kind of halfway between a third man and a deep backward point. The end of another over.
5 completed. The Barbados Masters in pursuit of a target of 123. They are 44 for 2. Lonsdale Blake on 10, and with him is Jamil Blair. He's got 9, and the 2 of them trying to forge this partnership further, bat a little deeper, get on top of this South African attack, who are very unrelenting. This South African attack, they're giving nothing away really. Hitting some good hard lengths, getting the ball to bounce and seam away.
Yeah, they've been unlucky. A couple of edges that have gone for 4. A couple that have just gone off the pad and evaded the keeper. They've dropped all their fielders back now. Still would potentially like to see them with 1 man up. Depends what length they want to bowl though. They need another breakthrough. That's quite easy there for Blair. Can just literally push it into the offside for 1.
And that's been the modus operandi of these 2 in this partnership thus far. They're looking for those singles. They're not trying to take any risks whatsoever. So I'm thinking that the South African captain can bring back in those guys just like how he started and maybe try to cut those singles out.
I don't think they need a long off. If Potgieter is hitting the ball into the wicket, it's going to be hard to hit through long off. Beautiful cut shot there from Lonsdale Blake. Schneemann gathers. We just see the supporters coming to shot now. Great to see so many in. They've all been asking me. They said they're keen to start playing last man stands as well. So great to see the local Bayesian cricketing community getting behind it. Again, easy single. I just feel if Pocket is going to bowl that hard length, they can get the long off up into it to stop the one. They can still keep the man at the point boundary, but just try and change something. Make Barbados hit over the top. See if they want to take the risk.
As you were saying, the gap between runs and balls, 77 now required from 72. So it's not really a big gap, so they can do it easily here in singles.
Yeah, they need to make something happen here, South Africa. Just try and change the thinking of Barbados guys. That one's flipped away, and that's probably going to be 4. Yes, it is. Potgieter unfortunately just went with his feet there. He trapped it, but just bounced off over the boundary, a deep backward square. So that gap between runs and balls closing now. 73 from 71. Still a lot of meat on the bone though for South Africa, but they need a wicket, you feel.
But another pleasing shot there by Blake. Not trying to overhit the ball drifting into his legs and whipping it sweetly to the backward square region, and Potgieter coming around couldn't prevent the boundary.
Yeah, maybe change something, get a catcher in somewhere, or go to Werner Schneemann to bowl his little off break. See if they can force an error here. This wicket looks flat as attack now. Again, just clipped into leg for a single. Barbados doing it easily.
Blake up to 16. You've been very impressed with Blake, and he's batted well throughout the tournament. And Jamil Blair playing his park as well. He's on 11 from 10 balls. He's struck 1-4 to close out over number 6 in pursuit of a target of 124. The Barbados Masters, they are 52 for 2.
Now they're going to go to Hendrik Potgieter. So I like this move. He's slower again. He looked to roll his fingers, bowl a few cutters. They need to make South Africa do something here. Werner Schneemann's up about 15 metres off at deep cover.
There's a man at the whitish backward point region now being asked to come in to save that single in the offside. Let's see how far in the captain wants him. Yes, he wants him to come in. Definitely trying to save that single. So this is a much better feel under the circumstances. We've got the two men on the offside boundary 3/4 of the way. The man at point should be walking in looking to save a single. There's a man 3/4 of the way at long off as well. So definitely looking to save and make the batsmen do something different.
I don't know if they're quite close enough to stop a single though. They're definitely stopping 2. See, that's it. Making the ball talk there. Potgieter, little cutter. If you can get it outside off, there's just a few little plates there from where the bowlers have been running off. A little bit unevenness down the centre of the wicket, still superbly held together. But just off to the side there, the batsmen are running and turning. There's a few little divots. Down leg this one though.
Wide. Poorly lined delivery. The keeper did well to get around there, but wide called by the umpire. So one more to the score, takes it up to 53. The required run 71 from 69. So definitely not a large gap there anymore, Simon.
Yeah, they've done this well. They've closed it right down. Yeah, that's good bowling. I like that. Bringing Blake forward. He likes to use the pace. He looks very fluent off the back foot. Especially when it's turning into the stumps there. Rocking forward on the front foot. Always a little bit nervous. One might skid through and brings the LBW and bowled into play. Just moving this man, who's now deep square, a bit squarer. So Potgieter can't be too straight here. Anything down to fine leg is going to be 4. Outside leg, you
Optimistic
feel.
appeal, definitely pitching outside leg.
Jamil Blair's got quite an open stance, so anything that he's looking to hit like that's definitely outside leg. Not quite as open as Shiv Narayan Chandapal. Oh, there it is, down leg. It's going to run away. Running towards the boundary. Looks like it's going to make it, and it does. Trickles into the boundary. So, even wide as well.
So not a really good start by Hendrik Gita.
That full one and he bowled to Lonzell Blake. That was the one. Almost feel at that speed. Looks like he's getting a bit of grip, but from around the wicket perhaps, angling it into Blair and then trying to take it away from him slightly. That feels like it could be more dangerous. But persisting with this over the wicket attack. He's got to push it across him though. This one's pushed out to long off. The man at deep cover will come in. Rudy Froneman. He's the Gaddafi Cummins equivalent in the South African team. Quick across the ground, fleet-footed.
62 for 2 after 7 overs.
Just see small pictures of the crowd there. All the Aussies have made their way out to watch as well. Having a good chat with local guys who have come in.
Yeah, one thing about the Barbadian cricket public, they love their cricket and they're very knowledgeable about the game. This format that you've brought here, the LMS, they're thoroughly enjoying it as well, Simon.
Yeah, it's been great. Every taxi we've got in or restaurant we've been to, spoken to guys in the bars, and they all loving the cricket. Ooh, punched out again. Good soft hands from Blair. Didn't look to overhit that. Picked the slow ball.
And without being extravagant or overly entertaining, Jamil Blair's 20 from 14 deliveries already.
Exactly. Ticking it up nicely. He's clipped out to mid-wicket. And taken! Is that what South Africa need? They get the breakthrough. The dangerous Lonzell Blake now gone.
From out of nowhere, definitely against the run of play, there was Blake attempting a big shot, trying to hit this one over the man at mid-forward square, and a good catch taken there as well. So Blake, who was batting well, gifts his hand away. And could this be the breakthrough that the South Africans were looking for?
Could be. Any wicket's a good wicket. And Owen Birch, the skipper, now heading out to bat. Lonzell Blake looks disappointed there. He just into the breeze slightly, picked out the man in the deep. So Owen Birch, a wealth of experience. I've heard he's probably one of the highest run scorers in the entire BCA competition. Just top scored in the local Masters tournament that was here. Now representing Barbados Masters. 55 years old, phenomenal wicket keeper, great captain. He's got to do his work with the bat now.
Yeah, coming to the crease of his side, requiring a further 61 runs from 63 deliveries. So still a bit of work left to be done.
He's got to be thinking if they can get a 30-40 run partnership here, that'll just break the back of the chase.
And the South Africans might be thinking they need to pick up another wicket here. So good for the game. The game is right now at this stage interestingly poised.
I like they've got Werner Schneemann in straight in at cover. I like this move. Put a bit of pressure off Birch. Don't just let him get off the mark with an easy push to cover. Make him hit it through. Half an appeal. Looked like straying down leg there. Bowler and keeper not too disappointed. Just going down leg. But a chance created nonetheless. Can they capitalise here? Pace on from Hancock that time. Now a slow ball. Birch nicely cuts it away. Just for one.
So the captain opens his account after a bit of excitement and anxious moments there. Umpire Walcott coming up with the right decision in the end. Ball clearly going down the leg side. So Birch opens his account brings back Blair into strike. He's 20 from 14 and going quietly along.
Moore just trying a bit of gamesmanship there. Blair just rightfully doing a bit of gardening, got no problem with that. Opens the face again, pushes away, could be 2. Yeah, oh, good call. Froneman's probably, as we mentioned, one of the better fielders in South African team. To most others, that was probably 2, but Froneman very quick.
Very, very quick. So, at the end of over number 8, Simon, the Barbados Masters with their captain and inspirational leader Owen Birch at the crease. They're 65 for 3, but still with a lot of work to do. They require a further 59 runs from 60 deliveries.
And now it is going to be Werner Schneemann, the off spinner. I feel like this is a big play in the game here. If Werner can pick up a wicket or 2 early.
And I like the fact that the captain realized that the left-handed Blair was on strike and they've gone to the off spinner immediately.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision. If they can pick up another one, get Blair, then they'll have Ryan Lane to come in. Romeo Elves, no, sorry, he's out. He was the opener. Ryan Nurse, he's a big hitter. Make them play a bit different. Make them feel a bit of pressure. See if they change their game.
There's still a bit of level-headedness left in the batting lineup of the Barbados team as well. It's still got the ever-dependable Orion Gramoxo and Boston.
Good point. Orion's a very good technique. He similar to Blair. He'll just look to rotate, punch the gaps. So like this field, they've got the man in at short third, trying to cut a single. Good start by Doc, Werner Schneemann. Now, the right-handed Birch back on strike.
Let's have a look at the field. There's going to be a man on the backward square boundary, a man on the forward square boundary, a man at a wideish long on. They're saving a single with the man at point and the man 3/4 of the way at cover.
Feel like he's a bit too straight though. He can run this down. Oh, through him. Half a chance perhaps to Nathan Wilson's right.
And they would have just brought that man up.
Don't mind though. Feels like half a chance. Bit of pressure. But a great shot by Birch.
.54 from 58. 70 for 3. We're in over number 9. Birch quickly up to 5.
Feel like he's going to run one down the third man here. Pushes into the off. Just a bit easy there.
So what are you going to do? You're going to ask that man to come tighter?
Yeah, I think so. You've got to either be saving one or saving a boundary. He's kind of just hovering a bit. He's
my thoughts
going
exactly.
back now for the left-hander, but if you had a 30-yard circle here, he'd be 40, 45 yards. It's just a little bit too far. Unless it's absolutely laced to him, it's not going to save the one. See, that's better, the one they've got here, Rudy Potgieter. He's genuinely saving one. Oh! Little French cut. Oh, hope that's not an overthrow. No, well done, Doc. Just a little, feels like there's just a little bit happening here. We're on the edge of our seats.
Yeah.
South Africa pushing for another wicket.
Sideman has done well so far. He's created a few problems. He created a half of a chance with the one there from Birch. And now a lovely shot by Blair to the right of the man coming off the cover boundary. Should run close to the boundary. They've completed 2 runs. Got a bit of work again by your man, Froneman.
Yeah, he's very quick across the ground. He must have run 35 yards there to his right. Picked up one-handed, kept it to 2.
To close out over number 9. The Barbados Masters, remember the target is 124 after the South African Masters were restricted to 123. They are 73 for 3, requiring a further 51 runs from 55 balls.
It's going to beat Hendrik Potgieter to continue. He's bowling his medium pace cutters. A little bit high. Just feels like there's a little bit of pressure out there. Birch just feeling for that one. Didn't look as comfortable as usual.
Yeah, the South African bowler is still asking a lot of questions, still creating that pressure, and then there's also that scoreboard pressure.
Oh, and now it generates a big shot there. Birch is going to be careful though. There's that man, Werner Schneemann at long off. Felt like if he connected with that, it was heading in that direction. But another dot ball. 51 from 53. So Barbados can put the runs out the head. They're just going to stay there, keep ticking them off. Sweating the bad ball. That's well played. Just waiting on that one. Lent on it, out to mid-wicket. Feels like the crowd feeling a bit nervous here as well. Just a little bit quiet in the last few overs.
Everyone just watching with keen interest now. This ending of this final developing into a really close, tight contest. No team definitely can say they're in the box seat. So this is what a final is all about.
That's going to go down to the wire. That's a nice shot there by Jamil Blair. Be 2 again. Froneman will get round and cut it off. It'll just still be 2. And Barbados will be happy with 2s. Final ball before the turn. Well bowled by Potgieter again, beating the bat. So 10 overs gone now, we'll change ends. Final 10 overs of the tournament here. 48 required for Barbados. South Africa, it feels like they need to pick up 5 wickets. All to play for in these final 10 overs. I'm going to step away, Kurt, and start preparing for the presentation of the awards, but I'm going to pass over to Ross Kaywood, who will provide some much needed passion for the final 10.
Good afternoon to you, Ross.
Good afternoon, Kurt. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. You were definitely not doing well. I saw you earlier today on the field.
We didn't have a great game.
Yeah.
It was what they say is a good game's a quick game. So we were bundled out for, I think, 58 or something.
50. Now, don't give yourselves too many. 56.
56, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I think it was chased down in 6 overs.
6 overs, yeah. So not a great game for you.
Not a great game, but anyway. So the better team won. So
But
the USA plate champions.
Your thoughts here now on where the game evenly poised. They require 48 from 50 balls. The South African team, you can see them out in the huddle there. They haven't given up. They're fighting tooth and nail to the end.
Absolutely, Kurt. You know, the one thing for the South Africans, they have got the Barbados team 3 down. Another 1 or 2 quick wickets could set a cat amongst the pigeons. And you notice, like, scoreboard pressure in a final has something to be said about that. You know, you wouldn't want, I mean, these Barbados players are experienced. They're playing on home soil. They've got
still got 2 Barbados players, 2 former first-class players in the hutch as well. The 2 Ryans, Ryan Nurse and Ryan Lane.
They're quality players.
And the ever-dependable Orient Bostic. You can never write off Bostic. Bostic usually comes at trumps in big games.
Yep, big game player. So Nathan Wilson, left-arm seamer, going to bowl the 11th over. Have you had a good week this week, Kurt? You enjoyed your commentary and
thoroughly enjoyed being a part of the Last Man Standing tournament. It was an interesting tournament, different format, and what was interesting for me was the way how the players bought into the format, and everyone seems to like it.
Absolutely. It's been fantastic being here this week. Everyone has been fantastic, hospitable. The clubs have been amazing. And all the teams have had a great time.
So a delivery which the batsman, the captain Birch, steering into the offside for an easy single.
Owen Birch is a good player. Has he got some record for the most runs in Barbados club competition or something? Or
no, he just won a mass over 50s Masters tournament. He just won the most runs in that tournament and the best wicket keeper as well.
Great shot there by
Good.
Jamil Blair.
Good bit of work too by the man diving away to his right. And then sends a good return up to the keeper, but the batsman would have completed 2 runs. And Blair continues to be the glue in this Barbados batting lineup as he goes up to 28 and the score up to 79. They require a further 45 runs from 48 deliveries.
I think the South Africans need to get some wickets here. They can't just let the Barbados team knock this off in singles. They're going to need to make a positive play.
Yeah, the reality is that they won't be able to restrict the Barbados team. So they need to strike, they need to pick up some wickets and create that pressure. They can't continue to allow these easy singles as the score goes up to 80 with a leg by signal by umpire Dave Thompson. So 44 now required from 47. And doing it quite easily, the Barbados Masters, but as you know, 1 wicket can bring 2.
Absolutely. It's a good looking shot there by Owen Birch, showing the maker's name down to long off. It's been a good tournament. Been lots of sore bodies here. Day 6.
Coming to the end, I think the highlight for me of the tournament though would have been the bowling of the left arm fast bowler Murphy.
Nick Murphy, he had quality tournaments. Picked up a hat trick and then a double hat trick.
And the aggressive nature of the South African batsman. Yeah, those were the interesting points to me. Simon, his inventiveness, his scoops, his paddle sweep, his reverse sweeps. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a powerful batting team, all the South Africans.
So after 11 overs, though, the reality here at the Wanderers ground in Darrell's Road in Barbados, where the Masters of the LMS tournament is being held, the Barbados team in pursuit of a target of 124, they're 83 for 3 with the captain Owen Birch at the crease. He's on 9, and with him is his trusted lieutenant Jamil Blair. He's not out on 30. They require a further 41 runs from 45 balls.
So Doc Snyman back into the attack. He's bowled 1 over for 8. He's had a good tournament too. He's batted well in all the games. Batting at number 3. So it looks like the South Africans now trying to stop a few singles. Brought points up, cover up. Swept away. It's gone down fine. Birch will get back for a comfortable 2.
Yeah, nice sweep shot there by Birch, getting it rather fine. Gets an easy 2. Brings the required target down to 39. Easy single. He's doing it quite easily here now, Birch. Just going back inside his wicket and turning the delivery into the onside. And immediately his partner, Jamil Blair, quickly threw for another easy single. So 1 more to the score, but they can't keep allowing these singles, these South African fielders. So now we see some adjustments being made in the field. So they've brought a man in at slit. They've asked the man on the cover boundary to come off 3/4 of the way. The mid-off is up as well in Wilson. So let's see. On his way, Simon into bowl to Blair, gets a delivery down the leg side, tickles it, gone for 1, coming back for the second quite easily. He'll wait for the signal from the umpire if there's any forthcoming. In fact, a bit of bat, as I said, he would have tickled that one down into the fine leg region. So 2 runs completed, and the Barbados team doing it easily now.
I know, I'm not too sure I agree with this field. You know, you either have guys stopping a boundary or stopping 1. There's no point in having someone midway. It's a good shot there. Oh! Nathan Wilson, that would have been a fantastic catch. Oh, and then
to add insult into injury, the throw that goes up to the keeper's end is not taken by the keeper and allows the second run. But it was a good effort there by Wilson. just being asked to come in at mid-off, and the ball struck to his right, and he right with both hands to it. He got there in the end, but in the end he floored it, and the batsman had enough time to complete 2 runs.
It's a great looking shot. Pierced the gap. Did a run away to extra cover for 4 more to the Barbados total.
But that's a lovely shot there by Blair, and there you saw him picking the gap, finding the gap quite expertly there, beating Wilson to his right and into the boundary it went. So the Barbados team now, they are 30 runs away from lifting this year's LMS Cup. They have all of 40 deliveries in which to get home, and the South African Masters, they need a wicket. They created a chance in the previous over there, not taken by Wilson, so they will have to create another opportunity. Barbados team after 12, 94 for 3.
So it looks like Hendrik Potgieter is going to bowl his 3rd over. It's been pretty tidy. 13 off his first 2. But I think they do need to get someone in at cover or bring mid-off or mid-on up just to create a bit of pressure. Make the batsmen go over the top. Make them play the false shot. They need a wicket here, do South Africa. It's all too easy at the moment for the Barbados Masters. Well bowled there. So Kurt, are you much of a cricketer yourself?
A bit of an all-rounder.
All-rounder, yeah.
Yeah.
Batting all-rounder, bowling all-rounder?
Bowling all-rounder.
Bowl fast?
Medium pace, gentle medium pace.
Yeah. Which club do you play for?
Right now I represent the prison service.
Okay. Short.
Outside the off stump.
Cut away. And how often do you guys play games?
Well, the season is going to get underway probably mid-April, early May, and every weekend from May until about November. We've got cricket. We've got in that division, the lower division, the 2nd division, we've got the 20 overs aside, we've got the 40 over knockout competition, and then we've got the 2-day 2nd division where the first day is played over 30 overs. Both teams get to bat 30 overs, and then the 2nd innings is played out.
Okay. And then apparently there's a T20 game tonight, Dover Beach.
Yeah, big one.
Who's playing?
The Starcom network cricket side. This is the radio station. They've put together a really good cricket side. In fact, they've only ever been beaten once in about 5 or 6 years of their existence. So they're up against the Barbados Turf Club, the Jockeys.
Okay.
And their friends and associates tonight. And that's going to be a big game at the Dover ground. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it if you turn up.
Definitely go have a look there. So it's all too easy at the moment for the Barbados team, just knocking off the singles.
26 now required from 36. And the assignment is really clear for the South Africans. They need to strike and strike quickly. So at the end of 13 overs, the Barbados team in the final of the LMS Masters tournament here in Barbados, with the home side, the Barbados Masters, in pursuit of a target of 124. They're going great guns. They're 99 for 3, requiring a further 25 runs from 35 deliveries.
So big David Hancock back into the attack. He's bowled 3 overs, picked up 2 for 14, so he's bowled well. So a big over required of him here. I like this move. Extra covers coming up, points coming up. He does have some protection on the leg side. That's well bowled. Oh, it's good running.
That's the 100 being brought up for the Barbados team as well. They are 100 for 3, so they require a further 24 runs. But it looks like the South African team, they're running out of ideas.
Yeah. But they're not going to give up on the South Africans. They're going to keep going. They're going to fight till the end.
Bringing that man in at point and at cover. Looking for that wicket. They need a breakthrough. They need a breakthrough to create some sort of pressure.
Oh, it's well bowled. It's just gone past the off stump. So, David Hancock bowling some cutters there.
Yeah.
Jamil Blair just playing all around it.
Well bowled there by Hancock.
It's got him! Oh, sorry, I thought I heard something there.
Well, you heard it was your heart beating rather fast, rather quickly there. A good delivery in the end, though, pitching and seaming away from the left-handed batsman. There was Blair attempting to steer it down into the third man region. Luckily for him, the edge was not found. Risky single there. Keeper was really around rather quickly. Had he picked it up, I think he would have had a shot at the stumps, and Birch seemed to have been would have been found wanting. But in the end, the single taken quite easily, and the score up to 101 for 3. They require a further 23 runs from 31 deliveries.
Give it him! So it's a huge wicket, it's a run out. So that's Jamil Blair has been run out. Is this the breakthrough that the South Africans needed? Criminal going for a run at this stage of the game. No need to take any risks, Kurt.
Well, yet again, the Barbados team looking to let the South Africans bat into this contest. Delivery push into the offside. I don't think there was a run there. Blair was found wanting on the back foot there, and in the end, when he ran through for the single, the throw beat him to the keeper's end. The bails were whipped off, and umpire Sheena Walker adjudicated that he was short of his ground. Blair didn't seem too surprised by the decision, and the Barbadian team giving the South Africans a look in, I would say.
So Jamil Blair not happy, walks off slowly. So the big man, Ryan Nurse, strides to the wicket. Good time for him to come in. He's got a calm head on him. He'll know exactly what he needs to do. So 14 overs complete. The score is 101 for 4. 23 from 30. So Barbadians very much favourites at the moment.
Another throw of the dice. They're going to Simon. Werner Simon. 2 overs for 19 runs. Before this one, an important over here in the circumstances. Over number 15. They require further 23 runs. 30 deliveries remain.
So as we hear the South African songs come on,
trying to find inspiration from everywhere. The South Africans, a delivery which is turned past the bowler down to long on. They've gone for 1. As Hancock, big Hancock, is in the way. On the arms is returned back up to the bowler's end. The batsmen have completed 1 run. 22 required from 28 balls. Ryan Nurse takes guard from umpire Dave Thompson. Captain Birch down to have a quick word. The man at backward point being asked to come to slip. So there's a wide vacant area from slip all the way around to the extra cover boundary where Frownman is in attendance, and there's a man at long off. There's also a man on the forward square boundary, a man at a very straight mid on, and a man at long off. Full delivery. Nurse hits straight into the boundary.
smashed it down the ground. It went like a tracer bullet few bounces into the fence. It's a powerful man, is Ryan Nurse. So stands and delivers.
One of his favorite cricketers is Chris Gayle.
Yep, I can see why. He's got the same dreads. Bats with his glasses on, bowls with his glasses on.
Wide call by the umpire.
South Africans can't be gifting away runs now. They simply don't have enough here to play with.
17 from 27.
Slashed away.
Lot of vacant real estate out that side, but Froneman does well. Really, really well indeed. He had a lot of work to do coming to his right, covered about 15 meters to his right. And in the end, the batsman had enough time to complete 2 runs. So the assignment, 15 now required from 26. The South Africans need 4 wickets. The end of the 15th over. Barbados on 109 for 4. The captain, Owen Birch, he's not out on 17. And with him is Ryan Nurse, who's just joined him at the crease. He's on 7 from 4 deliveries. The target, quite simple. They require 15 from 25 deliveries. 109 for 4 in pursuit of a target of 124.
Yep. So Nathan Wilson back into the attack. He's going to bowl his 4th over, I believe. Yep. So he's got he's bowled 1 over. So he's going to bowl his 2nd over. So it's good bowling this from Nathan Wilson. They're going to have to string a few dots together, all the South Africans. Just creates a bit of scoreboard pressure.
You see a few dots, I'm thinking they need to string a few wickets together.
Oh, it's clever cricket there from Owen Birch. Just opening the face, running it down. So he'll get back for 2. So 2 more runs to Barbados total.
Easy 2. Target down to 13. 13 from 23. So it's been good batting by the captain, Birch. I thought Blair batted really well for his 40 before Birch sold him down the river with that non-existent single. $12 now required from 22 as he target being reduced with another single. 112 for 4. We're at over number 16. It's being bowled by Wilson. Needs to find a wicket for his side. What can he conjure up? In the number 3 jersey, passes umpire Thompson just about now. Full delivery to Nurse, who's driving pleasantly to the man Froneman coming off the cover boundary. Target down by 1 again. 11 now required from 21.
Just a wicket now would be absolutely what the South Africans need. Create a bit of panic in the Barbadian change room. It's good cricket that's from Birch. Knocking the singles off. I think at some stage you have to bring all the fielders in.
I think we're at that stage now. They require 10 from 20 balls. And the captain Birch batting reasonably well, quite well here. 21 from 23, not a lot of pressure on him. Jamil Blair 40 from 30 deliveries. All of the Barbadian batsmen would have gotten starts. Romeo Alves made 11. Gaddafi Cummings 13. Lonsdale Blake 18. Jamil Blair 40. Owen Birch 21, not out. Batting quite well. The captain of this Barbados Masters team is led very, very well. Wicket keep well. And now he's batting well.
So Rudy Potgieter entrusted with bowling the 17th over. slashed away. No, stop, bottom edge. Dot ball as we listen to the Vuvuzela in the background.
Good stop by the keeper.
So still lots of chats in the outfield by the South Africans. They're not giving up. They're going to the end.
They still believe. They both themselves and the spectators not giving up at all.
Cut away. Doc will cut it off. So they'll get through for a single.
So now the target down to single digits. 9 required from all of 18 deliveries. The required run rate 2.5. The current run rate 7.81. So the Barbados team sitting pretty here. The Barbados Masters side well led by their captain Owen Birch. Leading from the front here with the bat as well. 22 from 25 as Ryan Nurse takes strike. Delivery which is hit one-handed out of the ground. A massive hit there by Ryan Nurse.
What a shot.
One-handed.
It's a big miss.
Over long on. A big shot there by Ryan Nurse. He was a bit deceived there by the bowler, but he went through with the shot one-handed and lifted it out of the Wanderers ground across the road as well. A massive hit there by Ryan Chicken Breast Nurse. He's up to 14, and the Barbados Masters in this year's LMS tournament, they require a further 3 runs. They've got all of 17 balls in which to do it in.
It's been a well-timed run chase from the Barbados Masters. They've batted within themselves. They haven't taken too many risks. They've played good cricket. It's really good cricket this from Ryan Nurse. You really think now that the South Africans need to bring all the fielders up. There's no point in everyone being back on the boundary. So everyone does come in now. So 2 runs to go.
2 from 16.
So it's been a valiant effort here from the South Africans this week. Unfortunately, they're going to be the runners-up today. Slashed away, and that is it. The Barbados Masters are the last man stands Masters World Cup champions for 2024. Well done to them. It's been great to have them involved. Hard luck to the South Africans. They've been a fantastic addition to the tournament.
But the Barbados Masters playing unbeaten throughout the competition. They've really played well, and they thoroughly deserve this victory here. Led home by their captain Owen Birch. 26 from 26. Finished with a lovely square drive there. Finishing on 26 not out. Ryan Nurse ably assisted. He finished on 15. And in the end, the 124 run target seemed a bit slight.
Absolutely, Kurt. Well-timed run chase. Well done to them. It's been awesome having them involved this week. They've really loved the tournament. They've played well. They've made friends. So we'll run through the scorecard quickly. Adam Bryan, 11 of 6. Gaddafi Cummins, 13 of 8. Lonsdale Blake, 18 of 12. Jamil Blair, 40 of 30. Owen Birch, not out, 26 off 26. And the big Ryan Nurse, a very quick 15 of 7.
Bowling for the South African team, Rudy Froneman, 2 overs, none for 19. David Hancock, 4 overs, 2 wickets for 16 runs. He tried his best. Rudy Portgeta, 3 overs, 1 for 33. Hendrik Portgeta, 3 overs, none for 17. Werner Simon, 3 overs, no middles, none for 27. And Nathan Wilson, 2 overs, none for 11. Those tried their best for the South African team, but in the end, the Barbados Masters, the champions of the 2024 LMS tournament here from the Wanderers ground. So congratulations to the Barbados champions. They're a happy bunch. You see William Lashley now joining his teammates. He didn't play in today's final. He went off to another match, but he's here at the ground now to celebrate with his Barbados team, and they have done well.
Thanks, Kurt. It's been unbelievable scenes here in Barbados. It's been a great tournament. So we're going to get ourselves ready for the finals presentation. Thank you for watching, wherever in the world you may be, and good night.